so don't talk no fucking junk. So do my 4-5, pop that drop and make you bust it, don't. No, he nasty, hoe, I do like so don't talk no fucking junk. 1, 2, 3, my 4-5, pop that drop and make you bust it, don't. No, he nasty, hoe, I do like so don't talk no fucking junk.
Okay, so I can both do the thing. Oh, this is pretty interesting. So am I live streaming now? Oh, no way, I am live. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. So I'm live right now, dude. This is epic. I haven't tried this stuff out yet, so forgive me as I'm still practicing this stuff. But I think now I can go over here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just start doing what we normally do. So socks come off. Look at that. Dude. All right, guys. So, Pottery Demon first live stream, right? Pretty crazy stuff here. But you know, I've been practicing this stuff for a little bit now, so you get to see some of the tidbits on how I sort of function and set up this thing here. But I guess I should just start by saying, oh yeah, how do I get that? What's the voice line again? Let's wheel. All right, guys. Camera C. Camera C. There we go. Look at that. All right, so I think first thing we're going to do here today, guys, is we're going to go over here and we're going to get some clay. We only need 2 because we already filmed the third one and we made an edited short out of that. So we only needed 2. This is my wet box here. What do I need to change? What do I gotta do here? What is this? Here you need to change the video resolution, the current resolution, which is not... Do I really need to change that? I don't think I need to change that. Not supported, the expected resolution. Is it fine if it just... I think that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But it says I'm not live. How do I change this? Why is it poor health? It still says I'm live. Well, who cares? I don't really care if it's not really. All right, camera A. Look at this, guys. Good thing there's no viewers. I feel like I'm having some problemos here. Okay. Just wedging this one up here. Alrighty. So we got that all wedged up. Here we go. Okay, now we push this over. We got this one here. we'll close this one up because I'm confident that I'm not gonna fail. All right, we already got the water scheduled. All right, here we go. Camera C. Whoa, double flip. Camera B. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da-dun, dun, da-da-dun, dun, da-dun-dun. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, Look at that. We get that down. Push that. Just like that, guys. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Okay. And when we're doing this, we're always remembering the 2 lanes of traffic, that push and that pull, that give and that go. So watch me. This hand right here is pushing over across. This hand's pulling forward towards me. They're driving right past each other. And that's what's keeping this stuff on center, right? Look at that. Okay, now fist is coming down. Nice. Look at that one, guys. Okay. Get some of this clay up underneath there. And take my fist and slowly drag that out, right? Like a chainsaw, ripping that chainsaw. Rip, rip, rip. All right. Camera C. Camera C. There we go. So you can see that rip of that hand motion there. So now we're going down. Nice. Okay. Open this up here. Oh. Alright. That's not good. That's okay. All right, camera B. Here we go. Wait, camera B. Camera B. There we go. Okay. So now we got that cool little spiral in there, right, guys? And now watch this. We're going to take this up. Call a little llama pole there. Llama's coming out. Trying to hang out with the clay today. And right there, we got a little volcano. And this is where I think that there's potential on this top part here. There's always potential for something to go there, but I'm not gonna spoil the surprise yet. One day, guys, I'll unveil that, and it'll be kind of a cool thing. But here I am, so I have my fingers like hooked up underneath here, right? And I have my knuckle that's gonna be at the bottom here, and I'm just slowly taking that clay in and trying to find my finger. Oh, I found my finger. And what are we doing? We're going straight up to the top with that. Saying hello. Look at that. This isn't a pole for height yet, right? We're just trying to get the walls equal. And I'm looking at it, I'm feeling that the top's a little bit too thin. So we gotta collar that in ever so slightly. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Going back to the bottom. Here we go. Separate that clay out a little bit. And then see this bump, it's a gift from the clay. It says, hey, here's a gift. What are you gonna do with it? You're gonna take it all the way up to the top. And really, it's like we're doing irrigation for our frickin' fields, right? We got a cornfield and we're doing irrigation for it. We're plowing the ravine for the water to go, right? And the water is it's a metaphor for the clay, right? And so you're making a ravine with your hands and having that water just slowly guide right through that ravine. Okay, so here we are again, right down to the bottom. Okay. Got one more. Very slow on the bottom. You always got to go slow. Oh, get that little bump, right? And take that all the way up to the top. We got to go slow. And so it's a little gift again from the clay. And you can see it's starting to undulate just a little bit. So we got to slow down what we're doing. And we got to make sure our fingers are one right on top of the other. And look at us pull up that clay very slowly, like a slug crawling up the side of our pots, guys. Whoop. Kind of messed up right on that top area, but that's okay. Whenever you mess up, start right underneath where you were, right? That's going to help you out so much, right? If you start right where you messed up, you're just going to follow up that mess up for your next pull. You're going to slide right into that channel where you messed up, right? And so you always want to start underneath of the mess up so then you can pull that screw up out of it, right? So here we are. All right. Swap camera B. Oh, no, we're already at camera B. Do we want one? I don't even know. We'll keep it on this one. Okay. So look at this. I think this is good for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. 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 Whoa. So look at that. So we had it jut out weird. Look at that, how weird it got here. Where's that at? Right here. Look at that. That one got a little bit funky. So we're going to go with our finger for the rest of it here. Well, this is kind of weird too. But we don't want it to get too screwed up. So here we are. We set the pole, and here we're going to go for the pole at the bottom here. So down at the bottom, fingers underneath, slowly allowing that to twist. Look at that. Yeah, dude. All right. And now it's getting a little bit too crazy. You know what we're going to do? Go in there with our finger, emphasize, and we don't want it to tip over, so we're going to control the twist here, right? And then we want to sit that twist down, so look at us shake that. So now it's set. So now it's not going to move, and look at how tight, freaking, yeah, right? Okay. So down to the bottom. Keeping our eyes on the clay here because look, it's already tilting to one side. Look at that. Is it moving? Oh yeah, watch that fall. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, maybe it needs to spin one more time. No, it's really gonna move slow. Well, we're just gonna force it now. Again, we're just forcing that right on center. Great. Okay. Down at the bottom here. Alrighty. Baila tango lai, spinal telephone. Dong ka, 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 dong ka. Whoop! Hey, sorry about that, guys. You guys figured it out. It's not a dude in a swamp looking at a desk behind me. It's a green screen of a dude sitting in a swamp behind me. I really thought this play was sick though, and this kid is like freaking epic for going into a swamp with a suit on like that. Like I keep wanting to copy this guy's idea. Me in a wheel in the swamp. I feel like that'd be such a lit thing. Okay, right up on the side there. Curl these up, right? All right, wait. Camera C. Camera C. Oh, you know what? I think I still might be on automatic focus. We'll see in a second where we're at. But here you guys go. Look at that. So here we are. We're underneath the pot, right? The top of that pot. Here we are. We're curling these up. And look at how busy it is at the bottom here. It's so dense. And so there's a release kind of as you get to the top of the pot here. And that's kind of exciting. So we're going to emphasize that. So look at this. Curl. 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 There we go. Get underneath there. Get our little knife tool underneath. Claw those out. And look at that, guys. Hello. Camera A. camera A. So here's pot number 1. Well, I guess it's number 2. Yo, what you gotta say to me? Making my pottery, don't you see? It's just me with this dude in the swamp. His name ain't Shrek. No, no, no. Da, da, da. So curl, 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 curl. Camera B. Camera B. Oh wait, camera C. Camera C. Camera B. Here we go. Take this clay up, right? Nice. Going back to the bottom. Now take that clay up again, right? And it's that traffic, that 2 lanes of traffic that allow that cone to go up. Look at that, all right? Now watch this. So we're gonna take this clay. You know what? Yeah, I know we can do it now. So we're gonna spin it. Right? And so once you get used to how clay moves, you can control everywhere where it goes. Here, one hand, watch that. So when you're doing one hand, you gotta tuck it into your elbow, right? Or into your body. And so watch me tuck that in and you center it with one hand there, right? And that's within tolerance. You could throw with something like that, but we ain't trying to just throw with nothing, right? We wanna throw with some glass. And so that's when you bring your hammer fist down, right? Hammer fist coming down. And again, my elbow on that left hand is locked in. It's locked in always. You can't let the clay push you around, guys. Okay, so you're there, and you taking that out like a chainsaw, right? Look at that. So, right, camera C. All right, hold on. Camera C. Camera C. There we go. So watch this. So you can see my hand here, and look at this. So I'm bringing my fist like a chainsaw. I'm bringing it towards my palm there, right? Do you see that? And so as long as my elbow right here is tucked into my hip there, right? Look at that. I'm like a machine. I'm connected, right? It's supporting my whole body weight on that. It's that clay is not going to want to move past my hand. So it's moving against this as like a profile form, and it's just going to go right on center. All right. Well, I guess we can open it up here. So watch this. So I'm opening this clay up, doing a double finger here, right? And look, you got to fill up the pond, right? You don't want your tadpoles to dry out. So you're putting your finger down in there. And you want to invoke your Captain Hook mentality, right? Look at your fingers. You want to scratch against the bottom. You don't want to push this whole chunk of clay. Imagine it's like a layer. There's 3 layers of cake. You're trying to scratch along that bottom layer of that cake. And if you're scratching along that bottom layer of that cake, right, all the layers above it are going to want to follow. I hit an air bubble, but I cut right through it. And look, we're pretty centered here. I'm going to slowly, look at how my hands are positioned here. Slowly bringing that to a nice little ring. Okay, now we got to work with this interior a little bit. Nobody ever sees the interiors of these forms because you can't. But it's still good practice, right? And we want to get them kind of thin on this bottom, right? Because we're not trimming these things. So there, we got a little spiral and then a swap. All right, camera B. There we go. Look at this guy. Dude, I swear that's me in a different lifetime, man. That kid's gonna grow up and look like me. Okay. Slowly making our volcano. Oh, I forgot to talk about the llama grip. You ever see Happy Llama? That's Happy Llama. That's what it's doing. So the llama's biting down on that rim and the other hand's coming in, right? Okay. So that's that. Get the sponge on the bottom. First pull, right? First pull is with your knuckle, right? So wait, hold on. Camera C. Camera C. Okay. So you guys can look here, what's happening with my knuckle. So my hand on the inside is right on the other side of this, right? I'm slowly bringing my knuckle. And the clay, it always gives you gifts. So look at this little bump here, right? That's where my finger on the inside is. And we're so grateful to the clay for giving us this gift of a bump, right? There's only one thing to do, is we got to travel with this bump all the way to the top of the clay. That's the only way for it to go. So we got to help out the clay here, right? And look at that. You just take that up. And this first pole, right? It's not for getting some crazy height on your poles, right? Camera B. That first pole is just for equalizing that clay all through it, right? We're a little bit thin in that middle part, so we're going to just collar that in ever so slightly and get ready for our second pole. And this is kind of a normal pole with our fingers here. So here we are at the bottom, cutting off some of that clay. And so here we go. Again, look at this bump. Oh, dude, thank you so much, clay. Right underneath. And then my fingers, it's like a little snail crawling up the side. And remember, guys, like we said with the pot earlier, it's like an irrigation trail, right? You're just creating the ravine for the water, otherwise known as the clay, to just guide right in. And look at this pole. Look at those lines, right? People like want to get rid of these lines. They're trying to carve all those lines off. No way, dude. That's the breath of the pot. That's the history of your fingers going through the pot. We're not trying to get rid of that, right? We want to emphasize it. We want people to know that that's what we're all about. All right. I'm getting pretty hype with this music. Sorry, guys. Okay, here we go. Finger underneath. Again, look at this little bump. Very slow on the bottom. Hey. Oh, dude, you're so nice to me, clay. Look at that. Okay. Slow down the wheel ever so slightly. And allow there to be a full rotation before you go carry that clay up ever so slightly a little bit more. And I see some bad undulations here, especially in that middle part there. Oh, and it's getting a little bit thin towards the top, so I got to be careful in this top section here. You can see. So I just want to be careful. And we're taking that all the way to the top, right? We got to be really slow on the top. Oh my gosh, here we go, guys. Dude, all right, look at that. We are freaking cruising right now. We are cruising. Okay. So we're looking inside the pot. We got a little bit of water. So we gotta get this water out of there. Get that water out of there. We don't want that. We needed you before, but we don't need you now. Sorry, water. You gotta get the heck out of the pot. Okay. So here we go. You gotta breathe. You gotta feel the rhythm. Okay, now we got that ready. Okay, we gotta be really slow because it's not a totally great, that wasn't great poles there, right? But still, it's enough to our fingers hooked in there and slowly push this out. And watch this one collapse. Oh, it's not wanting to collapse. So this is gonna have to be a manual collapse here. So allow our fingers to slowly leave that, right? And so you can see it's tilting, but that's gonna happen on some of them. But here we go. We're gonna manually twist this down, right? Look at that. Really embody the tree, right? The tree of the pot. You know, things are gonna get messed up. You guys should see some of the other ones, man. And so every single pot, I wanna test myself. You know, and some people, they're like, you know, I could get away, right, with throwing pots every single day if they were useful objects, right? Then they have some innate value, something desirable about them. Try making every single day for a year, but make pots that nobody wants, right? That's how you really start to get better at knowing the material, right? People, when I teach them, they always are saying like, well, I want to make this, I want to make a vase, I want to make, nobody wants to learn how to throw. Nobody wants to learn the actual process, the mechanics of the clay, right? And that's what it's really all about for me. And so I'll test myself every single day. All right, here we go. Look at that. we got a special one for you guys right here. So here we are with the wire tool. Okay. All right, camera C. There we go. Okay, so we're down at the bottom, and we want some medium to long tendrils here. So we're gonna cut along, okay? Cut along, right? And do you see how we're cutting almost like, imagine there's a sunset over like a sea, and we're just cutting the top of that sunset off. We're not cutting through it, we're just cutting that edge off to create these longer tendrils because we want them to go higher up the vessel here. And some of them, look at that, we can even have them hang out right on the rim, right? Almost like it's pulling itself down. Okay, so here we are, twisting these up. And we gotta get a little bit of clay on there, and be a little bit forceful because you want that to stick on there. It might fall, but that's okay. This one we're gonna stick right up in there, right? Look at that, it's right underneath. Okay, so here we go. All right, camera A, camera A, look at that. Okay, so this is number 2, right? Or this is number 3, I guess. So we're gonna have number 3 hang out with us first. We gotta get ready for our thumbnail here. All right, take these 3 bats. I found that 3 bats is the perfect amount for this to set up on here. I'll switch to camera C. There we go. I got better at that. I gotta pause in between when you say it, right? So bring this over here. Oh man, see how it's wanting to tilt? So we can't let that tilt yet. So we're gonna slowly set that back. Look at that. Okay, great. And you can see it's wanting to tear in some spots there too. Okay, so here we are with these ones. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, we need to get our little Lazy Susan in the cup here. Da-da-da. 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 This cup is my 1-minute cup I made. I tried to make a little video on how fast I can make a cup. I can make it in less than a minute. All right, watch this, guys. Camera B. Oh, God damn! Look at that shit, guys. All right, so first I'm looking at this. I need to get this in focus a little bit better. Oh, dude, this is so cool. All right, so I'm opening this up now. I gotta hang out with this dude. Sorry, guys. You guys are gonna see this black screen for a second. Okay, let's see how this is looking. All right, camera on. Wipe our pants a little bit. Okay, let's tilt this over here. Whoops. I feel like, oh, it's this way. All right, that's gonna be a good thumbnail. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I got these 3 today. I'm still working on my projects where I'm doing 1,000 pots this year. I do 3 pots every single day. After I get, I think it's July, sometime in July, maybe like July 17th or something, that's when I'm gonna be able to like just kind of stream and just be like, all right, what do you guys wanna see? I feel like I'm looking forward to some of that stuff. But for now, this is my first stream of this sort of setup here. Been trying to hone it a little bit, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. I think it says that we got 3 current viewers, so if you're one of those 3, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys watching my first stream. I know it's a little bit chaotic, but yeah. And I guess from here, there's only one thing left to say, and that's all the best. All right, hold on, that didn't work. All the best. All the best. Strong mentality.